are now joined by number 12 ranked UFC welterweight Vicente Luque. Our first question goes to Jay Anderson with Cage Side Press.
Thanks very much. And Vicente, welcome back. This one's been a bit of a wild ride. I mean, you were supposed to have this fight in April. The pandemic hits. You fight Nico Price instead. Now it's back to Brown. Were you surprised at all that you managed to get this fight back?
I mean, the big thing is I wanted to keep myself active this year, so I was looking for a fight right after Nico. I thought August made a lot of sense for me. I was able to recover and have a good training camp for this fight. And Randy was a guy, that I was supposed to fight before, so it just made sense, to get that fight. He wanted it. He wanted to fight me, so for me it made sense. He's a guy that wants to fight. I'm looking for a fight. Let's do it and let's have fun.
In terms of your training and your focus, what's it like training for someone, then taking another fight, then coming back to the first guy? Because I'd assume you have the groundwork down, but your focus has been on someone else for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely changes a little bit, but at the same time, I'm always training to be complete everywhere, so fight anyone they put in front of me. So I had to do a little bit of adjustments when I got the Nico Price fight. But at the same time, once I got to fight Randy Brown again, so now I'm going to fight him. I already had studied him in the beginning of the year. So kind of in that sense, it is better because I already had some game plan adjustments. And now I just focused even more for this fight and was able to get a good training camp for it.
And speaking of that camp, I mean, do you feel more prepared for this, given you fought once already during the pandemic, so you kind of know what to expect?
Definitely. I mean, for the first training camp, a lot of what I did was done at home. So now for this training camp, I could adjust. I could get some training partners to work with me. So definitely it was a better camp. And at the same time, I just feel like I already know how it is to fight with an arena with nobody in there. So that's another thing that I got used to with the fight, with my first fight against Nico Price this year. So I think, yeah, definitely I have an advantage to have already fought during this time.
And last one for me, you talked about wanting to get back in quick after the Price fight. Is that something that you're going to continue with if all goes well here?
Yeah, I mean, all the focus is on Saturday night, but after that, if I'm 100% feeling good, healthy, I want to put one more fight in this year. My plan was for 3 fights in 2020. And I want to stick to that plan.
All right. Well, thanks very much. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Next question is from Jim Barcelona with the Miami Herald.
Thank you so much. I'm wondering, where did you actually do your training then? Were you in South Florida? Were you somewhere else?
I was in Brazil for this fight, training at Cerrado MMA. It's the gym where I started. And, for this one and for Nico Price fight as well, I've been training in Brazil near my family with my wife. I've just felt like this moment, it's really important to be with the family, make sure that they're safe. That just gives me peace of mind so I can train much better.
Have you also been prior with Sanford MMA, used to be Hard Knocks 365 in South Florida, or no?
I was there for a period of time right before my fight against Nico Price, but that was when I was supposed to fight April 18. Before that got canceled, I was about a week at Sanford MMA training over there with the guys. But then right after it got canceled, I came back to Brazil. I went to Brazil, kept training over there to fight May 9th. And for this fight, same thing. I after my fight against Nico, I came back to Brazil and had all my camp over there.
How are family and friends doing during this pandemic?
Oh, thank God everyone is safe. Nobody in my family has gotten contaminated or anything, so that's good. But, it's tough times. I think everybody is struggling and having to stay in quarantine. That's not something easy, but we're managing and doing our best.
And Vicente, I'm from South Florida area where I coverage area, so I ask a lot about that. And I'm just curious, are there plans, I know we're going through this pandemic, at some point to come back to Sanford MMA, or that's something way down the road?
I mean, I'm always in touch with those guys. Henri Hooft will be cornering me this weekend. And, Gilbert Burns is here for me as well. So I'm always in touch with them, even though I haven't gone there physically to train. Henry has, I send him videos of sparring. He's always letting me know what I got to adjust. So I think we're always going to be in touch. We're always going to be working together. Right now, with all that is going on, I don't have a plan to travel to South Florida now. But once all of this gets sorted out, definitely I want to go there and get some training.
Yeah, right now it's crazy down here anyway with the pandemic, so it's probably a little better to be away from here. Last thing for me, you did fight when UFC returned in Jacksonville, and you got that experience of no crowd. So do you think that'll help, or does that even factor in any way for this fight coming up with no crowd at the Apex?
I do think that the experience of having done that before will help me, especially because it's a different environment. You know, it feels a lot like training once you're there. But if you just relax and go at it like training, you might not get a good result. So you gotta wake up, activate your mind, activate your mind to fight game and to fight night. So it's definitely different. And if I had that experience, I think that I have an advantage for that.
Oh, and then one more real quick. Did you try to get on any of the Fight Island cards?
No, I didn't really try because I was looking to fight in August, and I knew that the Fight Island was going to be in July. So, I just focused my energy to fight in August. Wherever it was going to be, no, I didn't go much for where it was going to be, but I wanted that date. I wanted August.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you today, Vicente. Thank you.